Wow. I didn't know that he was going to say that. Donald Trump is in court right now, and he said that they're trying to destroy him. We're in the same boat, Mr. Trump, in the Trump administration, keeping people in court, making it seem like it's them. He just wrote me that. Let's see exactly what he says. He says, I'm in court now. They're trying to destroy me, but you can stop them. Emergency broadcast. And you're right. I'm trying my best, sir. I can only do so much. I wish I was like an administration all put together as one. But I'm not going to talk about politics. But maybe when I get home, I will. Give me a second, real quick. I got to look at something. So, how are y'all doing today? Good morning. Just another. There we go. It's right there. My babies are right there. Just another manic Monday. I wish it were Sunday. Forget about Monday. So yeah, man. Like I was saying, I just want y'all to know that I decided that I was gonna. What's the plan? I'm not gonna say the people. I can't say the people and risk it being foiled because whoever is doing this to me is just straight evil. So April, oh yeah, and the noise will fluctuate. Just know the noise will fluctuate, and it's okay. I'm okay with that because I know that it's different. We're in a public place. So April 22nd, which is next Monday at 9 a.m., I have a appointment, interview with another place. Then April 17th, which is in 2 days, I at 1 p.m. I have the pod. I won't say what it's fully called, but I have another interview. What else? I call ACP today, which is mentoring. I must mentor somebody. I have to mentor somebody. And we're going to see what happens. I shouldn't have said the name, but somebody is calling every place that I sit up there and say, and they're sabotaging me. Who has the power to do that? Think about that. So, like I said, I won't say certain names, but I'm going to the mentorship thing where I mentor individual, whether male or female, for a whole year. And that would help me. And then July 25th, I got a call to Better Business Bureau too here in California. Not here like I'm there, but in California. So I can try to get in the media about the Wikipedia studios and TikTok. So to warn people how they're being a little shady. Well, the Wiki Studio is obviously being totally shady, but the TikTok is kind of being shady because of political reasons. Obviously, a lot of people been adding themselves and liking my stuff, you know. So I say that to say they got an F rating on the Better Business Bureau, and a lot of people complain about them. And it's just not fair that I can't get on live. I keep trying, and it says no access. And they say you need 1,000, only 1,000 followers to get live, and I have 11 and counting, 11,000 followers. So I don't know what's going on with that, y'all. So it's funny, but it's not. You know, just think about how much traffic will come to my page once I go live. A lot. They already come to my page. And that's all I wanted to whistleblow on. But it's hard for me, man. It's hard. So, I like this design, y'all. I can't show y'all, but it's beautiful. They got like the little pizza holders, the old fashioned where you put the dough on the plate and stick it in the oven, baked oven. That's that right there. Hold on, I can show y'all. Hold on. They got it pinned to the wall. Next month, I'm calling BCCC, Baltimore City Community College, and Coppin State University to get a copy of my certificates that I won. Well, not won. This wasn't no winning type thing, but the my diplomas, my Coppin, my bachelor's degree in science, and my human service. I have a associates in science and one other thing, certificate for counseling or something. I forgot that part, but I got three certificates. I want to put them up on my walls. That way, you can see the background. And then when I get my master's, because I done came to the conclusion, and I'm not lying. This isn't a riddle. I'm not Jack the Riddler. I'm none of that. I'm going to start staying in my house. I can't deal with it no more, y'all. It's not that I'm a pop. It's that it's just sick, man. It's sick. If y'all only know what I see every day, it's unfair, it's unethical, it's a disgrace, and it sickens me. It literally makes me want to throw up. So, other than that, get the certificates. Let me write this stuff down. Hold on. So, we're going to get three certificates, which is Coppin State. It's so hard to get through to them and BCCC. Did I tell y'all the story about me going to Coppin State? Did y'all remember that I used to go in the bus and they used to talk about how I dress the young whippersnappers? And my wigs used to look terrible, man, and rough. And I used to get paid like 6,000 per semester. I don't know what I did with it though. Don't tell me. Don't sit up there and ask me what I did with the money. But he was always up under me, my ex-husband. But had I known what I know now, and that's why I used to get it, because I didn't know what to do or how to invest. But as I grew, I got back 360 some thousand, and I invested, and I was sabotaged. Do you see the pattern? I can't even get financial aid no more because Joe Biden changed the laws. Get a doctor to write she can work. If they write that, I no longer receive my disability benefits. That's the law. That's why I don't get financial aid. Yeah, I would be getting $6,000 per semester or more. But guess what? Do y'all know about Pell Grant? Pell Grant came out in the 80s and it hasn't changed. It hasn't even inflated since the 80s. So they can keep their money. If they inflated it, a lot of people be coming back. It's still the traditional 28 per 8 weeks, which is 5,600, 5,600 per semester. So the children that are struggling, they are like, okay, they don't know how to invest in that. And then the people that get loans, it's still is traditional. The people that get loans, the same thing happens. You get like what, 10,000? But my loans are white claim. which is a good thing because I was like over 200,000 in debt. I've used over 658% of my Pell Grant. That's why they don't want to give it. I still had like a little percentage left. They said, "Ma'am, you killed it." And I said, "I know." And then I'm going to reapply because that wasn't the right person to talk to. But I'm going to reapply for, what is it? Um, I forgot what it's called. It's not, it's not, when I get my doctorates, it's when it's a work study program for veterans. It wasn't the right person. She kept having an attitude and everything, and I wasn't feeling her. So what do you do? So I'll reapply for my doctorates because I plan on getting my doctorate's degree. I'm gonna take a little break after my master's, but I plan on getting my doctorate's degree. That's a 4-year program. You cannot advance that. If you try to do it within 3 to 2 years, you're gonna die. But the cool thing now, for those who are intrigued about why I want to do it and how to go about doing it, and is it just think about back in the day, there was nothing but a typewriter, and before that, paper. We have advancements out of this world that can help guide us towards writing a beautiful dissertation. And like I was speaking with a guy that didn't go back to get his doctorates, but when he get his doctorates, he said it's a change. It's a game changer for what they've done now. They got a semester for a teacher, whoever the professor, that can individually help you with your dissertation. They help you versus they give you the information and it's up to you and then never talk to you. He said things have changed over the years. When he did it in 2006 or 2012, he said it was totally different. And that's what made him drop out. He said it's so hard he don't even think he want to go back. I want that title in business. I might add. I don't want it in psychology, psychiatry. I don't want any of that. I want it in business. The Kimberly Cloud Show will have a studio one day. The Kimberly Cloud Show will have 5 employees, and I'm going to make sure I groom them and I interview them with top quality AI. It's not going to be a wham bam, you're hired, ma'am. They have to be ride or die and stick by my side and be comfortable with the pay, what their duties are, and how they do it. So, yeah, I have a plan. I have a plan. That's way in the future. But I want my doctorates. And I want to go back to the University of Phoenix to get it or somewhere else. It doesn't matter. But I'm egging towards the University of Phoenix because the guy was not trying to promote the University of Phoenix. He was just telling the truth. He said he's not trying to promote the University of Phoenix, even though it's a good school. He's just trying to tell me the truth, which is the criteria and the programs has changed drastically since he left. People were complaining. They say, I get this dissertation and I have nothing, I can't work. Nobody wants to help me. And that's how it traditionally was. You get a year, and now that year is geared towards teachers helping you, you going back and forth with different material for your a dissertation is up to 200 pages. Yes, 200 pages, if not more. I studied it. I studied it very good. That's the only thing that scares people is the dissertation. And I have many of stuff I want to research about my life. I'm gonna ask, can I do it about my life? Can I do it about either Donald Trump's life or get an inside scoop on the president's period? You know, it's so much I would like to talk about and do a dissertation. So I'm gonna take once I graduate, I won't give a date but I know the date that I should be graduating at. Whether I get a B, whether I get an A, I'm going to keep getting B's and A's. So what I want to do, hi Lorenzo, Alberto. So what I want to do is create more. I'm not going to rush it no more. I want to double up on classes. No, I'm not doubling up like I did in high school because something weird is going on when I double up. I can't handle double up seeing as though I got the Kimberly Cloud show. Had I doubled up, I would be graduating by August or September if I was to double up. But I can't. It's very hard. And I was doing it, but things kept happening. Stressful events kept lurking. Why does stress follow me? I don't know. I mind my own business. I stay to myself. I don't say nothing to nobody unless engaged and required to. And when I see they're good people, my heart goes out to them. But as far as starting stuff with people, I don't start nothing with nobody. Talk about who wants me locked up indefinitely. Who would benefit? Who benefited from me being gone? It was political, right? Who benefited when I was gone for 8 months? Everybody that I was talking about wanted to while I was at the Kimberly Cloud Show 38 went to jail. Rudy Giuliani went to jail. Wonder how he went to jail. He was smiling in his picture. Donald Trump went to jail. Everybody but people that allow murders to happen. Just wake up, y'all. Wake up. So speaking of that, let's get to the business of the day. I have an interview to do at 9. We're gonna see what happens at 9. I told you I'm gonna be here for a couple of hours, and I'm gonna ask the ladies if they swing and pit past me. I'm gonna be like, "What's going on? And how can I?" So yeah, let's go ahead and open that studio for this lady. And I'm gonna tell her the noise may fluctuate. I had to come out because I don't like being cramped in a house all the time. If I went to the library on post, which is almost 2 hours away, it's not a guarantee I get a booth. They don't open till 10. I love that library on post, the Army Navy or the Army Air Force base. I love going to bases, but I'm so far, and it's not that serious. It's nice and quiet. It echoes, and I love being there, but it's too far away. It's beautiful out there, you guys. Okay, why am I opening another browser when I gotta figure out? Chiquita Barnhill. Let me write her. And when I'm out the way, who else are they gonna do this to? Just remember that it doesn't stop with just me. All right, please confirm that you are coming.
It's the
Hello,
Highline Man.
please.
Good job with that. Let's go and start calling her the Highline Man. Isn't that right?
Show me. Uh, okay. So Miss Shakita Barnhill is a let's read about her. She's in the paper. Wonderful lady. She's a cook or something. Not Shakira. Shakita Barnhill. Hold on, let me go to her thing. Hold on for a second. Hello? Hello? Yes, this is she. No, I'm not. Not. Where are you located? I'm sorry. That's okay. Please don't call again. She's a keynote speaker, and I think she was a cook or something. Do I follow her? Okay, hold on. It's something else I need to do. I need to call that place about the Wikipedia page. Here we go. He don't pick up the phone, but he'll reach out to me. That's why I can't let y'all see everything I do. Where is it at? 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 Yeesh. Oh, that's Tina Turner. Is that Tina Turner? Hi, this is Kimberly Cloud. I'm calling you guys because I want to create a Wikipedia page. You guys are very reputable, and like I told y'all before, I was basically raped by $900 to $1,000 from the last Wikipedia that was created, and they're a scam. I contacted the FBI and everyone that I can possibly contact about the scams they're putting on people. So if you can give me a call back at 253 Thank you so much. Y'all take care. Be safe out there. Is it still cold? Thank you. Bye. Mm-mm. I can't even create a Google panel until I have that Wikipedia page. They wrote me back and said a Wikipedia page won't do, but I still love Dylan because he gave me two of them for half the price, for beyond half the price. He used to give me a lot of good stuff, like a article that was $1,000. I'll pay 100 because he put the numbers in. Them articles you see like Disrupt Magazine, $50 to 150, guaranteed. That's why I had so many articles. I'm just taking a little minor break until she comes on, if she comes on. You know, I had a lot of people on my page, but to build my portfolio, having that comedian ventriloquist on my page, I don't know who I can give it to help her situation even more. But I can't wait to watch April in Vegas. Let me see if I can find it. Now, this right here is so good. It's like a mini chocolate chip muffin. Oh, that's so good. If she don't show up, I'm gonna start making phone calls to important places like the jail. I put in a request to start the process to sue King County Jail for the rape. Um, I don't need to call ACP till 1 o'clock. And BBB, the Better Business Bureau, and there's some other places I gotta call. I have it written down. As soon as I said I wanted to do that, this happened. You remember what I was talking about yesterday? It happened. You see what I'm saying? Do you think this is a coincidence? So you guys, pretty much, pretty much, I'm trying to figure out what we can watch together to educate you. What did I show you yesterday? Education. It's not going to be about our great president. It's going to be about the fact that he's in court right now. But I'll wait. I'll wait to do that. Oh, the debate between Kamala Harris and Mike Pence. That's what I want to watch. It's a 10 minute. They cut it down to the juicy parts. To be, to be, do. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me connect you now.
What am I
Oh, let me turn it up.
doing wrong? I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into these ads. Why are you
The job that you hold in the LLC. That's our second topic tonight. It's the role of the vice president. One of you will make history.
Now, I was wondering, I see throughout the whole segment that she was like bubbly and giggly. And I'm like, these are serious questions. And when she first got in, I remember her talking about going to, I'm not going to talk about that part because we're in a public place, but she said that she was going to do a lot for us, especially with abortion and African American women, because we are the most higher up people to end up with abortions over everybody else. So none of that happened. None of that happened. Everything she said she was going to do, it just fell by the wayside. That, like one lady said, when you're in a high position, you need to milk that high. And that, hold on. When you have power, you don't need to use, abuse, or ignore the people that got you to that power. You need to make sure that power is like plural for everybody to invite their comments, invite everything. And you need to make sure you work harder once you're in that position. But it seemed like once she got in that position, she kind of like back. Did y'all notice that? It's like she backed back from everything she was going to do. Ask yourself, what have they done? She made the black community look bad. And then on top of that, I remember a lot of black men were mad at her because she sat up there and she arrested a lot, had them arrested. So if she got that right, why can't she get the whole United States right? But she just fell to the back. Now, when it was Obama and Obama Biden administration, um, what happened when Biden contributed as vice president to everything that President Obama did, and when he won 2 terms and lost to Trump, something was brewing. And I'll show you that. I got 7 minutes. The what is it called? The laboratories um, over in China, Wuhan. Let's look up. He was still almost president as he was something was happening at Wuhan laboratories. Now, mind you, that's a mostly American laboratory. 30, 50 people work there. So let's look at that. Here we go. I'm right.
I wanted to try something new.
Mind you, I've never seen this before. I've never seen it. Are y'all watching it?
And there were so many things to choose from.
Shocking new revelations into the potential origins of COVID-19 pandemic as a treasure trove of documents reveal plans by American and Chinese scientists to bioengineer COVID viruses in Wuhan. Documents obtained by Emily Kopp and outlet U.S. Right to Know reveal plans to engineer viruses with very similar properties to SARS-CoV-2, including a furin cleavage site and a whole host of other aspects. In Wuhan, in fact. So this virus that brought the world to its knees had many of the same features that the scientists specifically sought clearance to do testing on, though the NIH had initially said it was simply testing viruses and viral characteristics. Already in public literature, in her report, Kopp writes, the new documents reveal that the scientists plan to use new reverse genetic systems and test viruses. In other words, to engineer live viruses with novel backbones.
Now, this is coming from somebody that the Tuskegee Airmen, and when you get into the military, you get like almost 20 different shots, especially if you go into Iraq or Afghanistan or a foreign country like that. But think about this. I want to know more. Let's look.
Documents describe these SARS-related viruses to be studied in the grant as posing, quote, a clear and present danger of a new SARS-like pandemic. She adds that early drafts of the grant proposal show researchers plan to test engineered spike proteins in these familiar backbones as an initial test that will help them prioritize genomes for the next step, a generation of synthetic viruses in 6 species. The spike proteins had, quote, pre-epidemic potential. That was a lot of scientific mumbo jumbo. So joining us now to discuss further, translate some of that into English, is U.S. reporter with Right to Know, Emily Kopp. Thank you so much.
I was in the U.S. reporter, so this is a journalist.
Much for joining us again.
Yeah, great to be here.
So we obviously like to have you on anytime there's even a small amount of new information, but I took this to be, despite being very technical, kind of a significant finding that this proposal, I believe called the diffuse proposal, that they looked at in 2018 to do research on a.
Now, that's 2018. That's during Obama's era, y'all. That's during Obama. Trump wasn't president until 2020. Just like I said, something isn't right. Do your math.
A COVID, on a coronavirus, and to give it elements that resemble the virus in the pandemic we came to know and love so very dearly. Go into this further, what this shows us about how these two things could have been connected.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie, as you laid out quite well, this is very technical, but important. And essentially the documents that I obtained are the meeting notes and early drafts of a proposal the year before the pandemic to engineer high-risk coronaviruses in Wuhan. And what they show is that while some key features of SARS-CoV-2 that made it into a endemic pathogen, the worst pandemic pathogen in a century, while they are very rare in nature and we don't see them in related viruses, they were central to the esoteric research interests of the coronavirus experts working with the lab at the pandemic's epicenter. So if we want to get a little more specific and a little more technical, these documents are not a step-by-step manual for engineering SARS-CoV-2 precisely, but it gets us pretty close. And so their idea was to engineer novel spike proteins and use them to generate models of reverse genetic systems with which they could find the most dangerous SARS-like coronaviruses possible. And specifically, the two features they looked at are features that we see in SARS-CoV-2, specifically a furin cleavage site at the S1, S2 junction of the spike protein. This is really, above all else, the feature that supercharged the SARS-CoV-2 into a virus that is virtually everywhere in the globe. And they were also interested in a receptor binding domain that could bind very well to a human receptor called ACE2. So in more plain language, essentially they were screening for the sort of spike proteins that we see with SARS-CoV-2, where it would be so good at it infecting human cells that it would sort of take off immediately, and that's what we saw with SARS-CoV-2. This, we know, because of
At 9:05, I'm shutting down the studio, and I'm going back home. I still got time to make it home.
That this could be a lab origin. It sort of posed a scientific paradox that the virus was able to sort of become pandemic capable so quickly. And so these proposals lay out a recipe for some of the most unusual aspects of the genome that sort of red flags for engineering from the very beginning. And the end goal was to engineer high-risk synthetic, in other words, high-risk lab-made coronaviruses.
Why would they do that? Why? Why would they do that in the lab when we have stuff that is not unknown? I want to create the love drug. The love drug could be put in medicinal marijuana or made in a pill that have oxytocin and all the positive elements of the brain to help the brain. What you feel when you see your family member, what you feel when you see your dog or some loved one. That drug, harness that drug and give it to somebody instead of feeling a synthetic, not real euphoria that we feel, and we chase that drug. We can, and that will wipe out depression pills, right? We have so many pills that we need to create, but the coronavirus, they're creating this at the Wuhan laboratory. Mind you, all those people are American. And this was in 2018, right before Trump became president.
And the quote
And then all of a sudden, they just let it go.
gold standard, in the words of one of the American scientists involved, would be to identify viruses that could cause disease.
The new documentation is about a grant proposal called the Diffuse Grant Proposal that was led by EcoHealth Alliance President Peter Daszak. But this was the proposal that remained in the proposal stage and did not go into effect. But we're saying that the existence of this proposal provides some background evidence of the kind of research that people at this lab were interested in and lays the foundation for the likelihood that COVID was lab-made.
Yes, that's an important distinction. This proposal was rejected by the sought-after funding agency, DARPA. But the significance of these documents is really just to give us a window into the research interests of the scientists working most closely with the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And the documents I obtained also show that this work would be relatively cheap. For example, engineering the novel spike proteins would cost about $1,000 per spike protein. So while they were seeking millions and didn't receive those millions, this work could be done relatively easily. And in fact, that's a reason that they sought to work with the Wuhan Institute of Virology, is because it would cut costs.
And do we know, do we know anything about why the proposal was rejected by DARPA?
Yeah, so there is a letter that was obtained by the independent research group Drastic that indicates that DARPA was concerned about just the sort of things that concern us looking at it. Now in hindsight, they were concerned about the viral engineering work being conducted here. And keep in mind, the American scientists had actually misled DARPA into thinking that the high-risk work would occur in North Carolina and not in Wuhan. I reported on that a few weeks ago. So even thinking that all of this work would be going on in the U.S., they found it to be too risky, or at least according to this letter, that has not been, as far as I know, independently verified. But that is the reporting that's out there.
And just because the funding was not granted by DARPA doesn't mean the research wasn't being, they weren't forbidden to do it. And you said it's very cheap. I think Ryan Grimm, who used to co-host the show, has written about this or pointed this out. Sometimes you're doing research and then you can apply for a grant to get that, covered after you've already started it or something like that. Just because this proposal wasn't granted doesn't mean they weren't already exploring some of these scientific experiments.
Absolutely, and we know through other reporting from Catherine Ebon and others that the scientists at the Wuhan Institute of Virology were under enormous pressure to produce. So it's possible that they took the ideas laid out by the American scientists and ran with it on their own independently under more lax biosafety standards. I also just wanted to briefly cover another sort of technical thing, if your viewers could bear with me. There's also been this claim that there is a smoking gun in the documents regarding something called restriction sites. These are places where viral genomes can be spliced in the lab, but these restriction sites can also occur in nature. But scientists discovered in 2022 that a pattern of restriction sites seemed so unusual as to be improbable to have occurred in nature.
So two things. I gotta go. Two things happen. Two things happen. I'm gonna try to see something real quick. Who is this? Give me less than 5 minutes. Hi, my name is Kimberly Cloud, and I'm not trying to bother you or nothing, but I just wanted to see if you can give me an answer, a valuable answer of what's going on and uh, why. So if you can give me a call, I can tell you because what you see and what you don't see is two different things. So I don't understand what's going on or how come this project is like that. So just if you can give me a call back at 253-304-6990 or email me because I have articles of incorporation. I have a business. I am in the magazines and I don't know what it's lacking. If you can email me what is lacking so I know what to get because I know it's a process, that would be great. Just show me what I'm doing so I can fix it because I have a business, and I'm doing good. And yeah, so go ahead and give me a call back or email me at the Kimberly Cloud Show, the Kimberly Cloud Show at yahoo.com, or call me at 253-304-6990. Please at least email me. That's all I ask. I'm not trying to bother nobody. I just want answers because y'all are much more advanced than a typical company. And I don't want to waste my time or money, like you guys said. That's true. And I just want answers. Okay? Thank you. Bye. Okay. That's my cue. I am leaving. I love you guys. And I'm leaving. So I'm taking my patootie back home. Shakita didn't make it. Never called, never emailed. So I shut down the studio. So yeah, I have things I have to do today. So y'all take care. Be safe. It was lovely being here. And bye bye. I'll be back on here later. I'm going by the smooth.